You believe the Mars rover is real? Propaganda, man. There's no photo of the flat Earth from space. There's no photo of the round Earth from space.
That's not true. That's not true. You're not an expert in imagery.
Looks fake to me. If you look into the experiments to prove that the Earth is spinning, all of them fail. Something is not right about what they're telling us about North Korea.
You think North Korea is fake?
There's actors everywhere already. This is just a lot of them.
You don't think satellites are real?
I don't think so.
Dinosaurs are real or not?
I don't trust that shit.
You don't trust T-Rex?
It's a giant kangaroo. That's what it is. Look at it. It looks exactly the same.
Dude, I talked to your buddy Eddie Bravo, and that guy is a real...
He's out there.
He's like a deaf Jack Russell almost, you know? Like once he goes, you can't... You know what I'm saying? You can't get him back in the car.
And they go, why are they lying to us about space? He said, the fake alien invasion is coming. You can't have a fake alien invasion without space. And when you look into it...
Wait a minute. When you say look into it, did you look into it?
Yes. I don't care about it that much.
And some people that are following our brawl with the cancer of YouTube, that pocket of diseases, you've seen that they take funny, let's call it, they're weird things. Like, first of all, whatever you accuse them, they're going to accuse you the same thing back. And they're going to stick with it, and they're going to repeat everything that you say. And today I saw this example over at Twitter, because somebody said, basically, you know, one says one thing, the other accuses the accuser of the same thing. At the end, I'm confused, and I told her, and that confusion was the result that they were expecting. No, because it's either confusion or his narrative comes down, or his pack of lies gets exposed. And sometimes you're going to be speaking to them and you're going to bring a touchy subject or something that they don't want to talk about. And they're A, going to ignore it completely. B, they're going to talk to you about, they're going to bring up some random topic and going to try to send you to it. You know, distract you. Misdirection. And along with a bunch of other techniques that are meant to disrupt communities. And this is taken directly from manuals and stuff. And I'm going to show you evidence. Don't worry, it's not going to be the black screen. First of all, you have to think. Oh shit. I'm not going to look. We're not going to need this. You guys got to think. What are the 10 principles of influence? The time principle is the moment in which you decide to engage. The dishonesty principle, the social compliance principle, the distraction principle, consistency, reciprocity, flattery, need and greed, herd, dishonesty. You influence someone, is it not, why do you think that there are so many suck-ups? I I mean, besides that they're freaking pussies, right? But it's because if we see sometimes in places that we work that the person that suck up to the most sometimes is the one that takes the promotion. To be consistent in something, not in a way of repeating things a lot, but consistent in not changing your story or your stance is going to be a major factor. You know, because if you start acting weird, people are going to feel the distrust. You know, the social compliance principle or the authority principle. That's one of the most dangerous ones. That is that we tend to obey figures of authority. Why? Because we have hardwired into our DNA the fact that we look up for teachers or for father figures, and we tend to have the necessity to be liked by them. Okay, so, and this even also can be applied as group mentality, because when something is bigger behind you, like a group, you know, it's more of an effect if a lot of people is like, no, I mean, Lestat is I don't know, actually a Russian. And if you see that lots of people talk about it, let's say the same thing, and maybe your boss or your father or something, I mean, this is just an example. No, and I'm going to let you think about the other ones. Let's go to the next slide. My God, I'm feeling like I'm giving a TED Talk. What are the gambits of deception? How can we fool somebody? Anyway, any questions up to this? Benny, movie star. Don't care. Hey, monkey, welcome. Can't see you before. I mean, didn't saw you before, sorry. Anyway. The gambits of deception. Yeah, 1 moment. Now, and just before I forget some of the other ones, yeah, I just don't want to let you guys go with a bad idea. Some other major influence principles, like the reciprocity principle. It would be given something to encourage the person to owe you something, and this. I give you a favor, now you owe me. You know, and maybe I'm not gonna try to collect the debt, but I'm gonna use it. Because maybe you're never gonna be able to pay it. It's just Now, the social compliance principle, where this is where I've explained where people are more likely to do something that they believe people are already doing. Well, this is that's another one. Oh, and let me put those again. No, and this is the same things that they're going to be used on scammers, con artists. No, and this is all about persuasion, relationship formation, scams, and some even call it stage magic psychology. Now, let's go back to the other one. Once again, it's open invitation if you guys want to research more on it. You just look for the principles for influence. I'm going to leave a link there. Now, and how do we see it here? We see it in a way, just the best example it could be me. Now, what's another technique that he uses? Maybe some even fall into the silly ones, but effective. The other day, somebody gave me shit because Thomas had a sock account with my name and avatar. It's fake. So he went and bothered Truth Convoy over at Lepo. God knows what they talked about. At the end, she sent me some nasty tweet DM, and I was like, you know what? I understand that you don't know and stuff, but did you even click on the avatar and see if it was me? Oh no, I'm sorry. It's okay. It's okay, I don't mind. But it's just one of them. I mean, and this would be falling into, you know, maybe just looking into the narcissistic personality traits, and we're going to find a lot. But we're trying to not give it so, you know, not making about someone in particular, but the whole operation that's going on. Anyway. Give me 1 moment. There's some questions, doubts. and this is where it comes up to the point that is that we have to rewrite our conception of truth. You know, some people have this idea that their truth is something like a rock or something that's going to be immovable, you know, like your base. And yeah, of course, you know, I guess that goes against the principle of having an open mind, but okay, give me 1 moment. Yes. Oh man, this computer is I don't know what's going on, but it's probably the deep state, of course. Now, some people say, why did you fall for Thomas? I mean, it's so obvious, blah, blah. You know, at one point I even defended him because I never knew that evil part of him, up until it was, right up in my face. Why did he's gonna present himself as charming, smart, and he's gonna try to feed your ego. That's the most dangerous part. If you have an ego, you're already, you're already done for. Because it's gonna be so easy for them to lure you. They're gonna they're gonna try to, be too way too complimentary, or strange love showers. People told me, and from that group, stuff like randomly things like, "Oh, you're very important. You're very talented. We love you. You're a great artist." And I was like, "What?" It felt odd. And without you noticing, they're gonna start feeling all that necessity of recognition. We yearn for those kind of things. When we live in a time where some of us maybe only go to work, go back home, and maybe some are even feeling that they don't feel important, or what they're doing doesn't matter. So when these people approach you with the idea of, join this secret special society where only the smartest will come in, and we're gonna change the world. It's gonna be better. Yeah, come in. We're a bunch of like-minded individuals. For somebody that's in a vulnerable part of their life, they're gonna fall for it. I mean, not only gonna fall for it, but they're gonna defend it. Some people you don't even know who could even be, with some sort of disability or confined to a wheelchair or a bed, and they come and live their life over at social media or at YouTube or the one that you want. I mean, you don't have to be careful about the things that you fear. You have to be careful of the things that you love, because those are the ones that are going to be presented to you. This is a theory of mine. If aliens would have come at some point, they would only need to look kind of like Jesus Christ-y kinda, or through hologram, and we're already done for. When you see the Virgin Mary being holographed over at the sky, or Jesus himself coming down from the clouds, I mean, it's only a hologram. If you put it in any town in Mexico, where people are gonna bow down, are gonna praise that thing, because it fills in the stereotype. So that's another one, when people are believed too much because they need something, and when people are going through a bad spot, you've just lost a job, relationship problems. There's a reason when somebody just suddenly starts leading some sort of life over at online. You see it more in games, like in MMORPGs. And it's maybe harder to see for the normal people that visit casually YouTube. So that's maybe you gotta know yourself in a way that if you lack of those things, like the necessity to being recognized. That's why you see people, wearing banners that they don't even correspond to them. Oh yeah, I'm this and I'm that and I did this and I did that, but no, I did it better, but no, I did it first. No, but I mean, those kind of people are impossible to talk with sometimes. Now, when I say that you have to take care of, you have to be careful of the things that you love, is because, once again, they're not going to present to you as something that they already know that you're going to dislike, because if you're being approached, then you've already been profiled. Now, when I started calling out Thomas, I mean, there were so many mind games that he tried, and I pick on several ones. Let's see one of the first ones. So you can see how it's, in a way applied to gang stalking, maybe direct contact. So yes, there is an organized, well-funded organizations behind all of this mess. It's not going to go away. Just 2020 is around the corner. It's only going to get worse. For real. Okay, not me. I don't need others' complaints. Spin independence. Okay, I don't blame you, Monkey. Monkey's awesome. Why don't I see her? Why don't I see Monkey? Anyway. The good old Thomas Schoenbergers. Okay, this is a good one. Well, just look at the title. Arturo, conman, thief, exposed. Even your circle talks behind your back. This is to make you feel, the idea is to get you to the point where you feel crazy, people look at you like you're crazy, that you doesn't make sense, because they around you are calling you crazy. Look. Monograph. When I caught him on he's talking about the Fango. When I caught him on his computer with what looked like underage kids in underwear, he claimed that it was monograph stuff. And Salvador says no, it was child porn, and Manny was selling it on back pages. This is something that he told us. I would never think that it was something like that was going to go public. And this is when he was still bothering me. You know, the kind of little darts that they throw. You're gaining followers or fans. In fact, it looks like you're rapidly deflating. They're trying to put you down. The first thing is that you have to own your past, so they don't be able to control them. This is when, yeah, this one's sort of. Once again, if you own your past and you are not afraid of it, that's just. What's this? No. Oh, and also he would ask this. You don't know when you're being approached on other people's commands. And I'm gonna go fast through this. He says, "Hi, I hope you are well." He was asking me to send this to Fox. Thomas has suspected that the Fango was behind triggering Linda, and it's true. They have joined forces. The Fango saw Linda in the past Roberta's and told her all about you and him. You are both being gang-stalked by these two crazies. I think you want to have Thomas call the same people at the FBI that you did, since both of you are being stalked now, and the Fang was even making a video about it. What they are doing is criminal. I mean, he was pretending me to send this to Fox. I never did. But again, this was I don't want to go through each email, and show you. It's just a bunch of negativities. And many emails, I never opened them. Why? Because I knew it was bullshit. So the first way is to prevent, exposure to the psychological operation. If you're being manipulated by your emotions, by emails, by videos, by phone calls, then don't pick up. Don't open up that email. Don't go to that place. Don't talk to that person. Always be aware of what you feel. When somebody's trying to get you feel something about, like when somebody wants to get you to be emotionally involved in something, that's the first red flag and the most important one that you have to be super aware of. And that goes for everything. The other part is that,